Hey everybody, my name is Brandon Adams, and this is Road to Atlanta, presented by Kroger, as we talk about the upcoming SEC championship game between the Georgia Bulldogs and what we expect to be the LSU Tigers, although in fairness, LSU does have to beat Arkansas on Saturday as more than a 40-plus point favorite to officially secure its spot in the SEC championship. And of course, when it comes to the Tigers, for a long time, they've been one of the major recruiting powers in college football. But as I bring on Dog Nation's recruiting insider Jeff Sentell, really one of the changes that Kirby Smart's brought about, not just to Georgia, but college football in general, with a number 3 class in 2017, a number 1 class in 2018, number 2 class in 2019, that Georgia, from a recruiting standpoint, has kind of put some distance between itself and LSU. Measurably, Georgia will be the team on the field in December that has the most talent. How much do you think those recruiting wins for Kirby Smart will aid the Bulldogs in their ability to try to win an SEC championship?
Well, Brandon, I know folks out there are not going to like hearing this, but I think the margin there and the talent gap shrinks with LSU. One of the things we do a lot here on Dog Nation is we look at the blue chip ratio. That's the number of elite 4- and 5-star prospects that are signed by each school. Georgia has signed a total, counting all those transfers and the guys that are still remaining on the roster, 73 4- and 5-stars. That's a healthy number. Brandon, the number for LSU is 60 4- and 5-stars. And it's been some erratic recruiting for LSU, but, you know, pound for pound, the guys they're bringing in, the talent they're bringing in, when you can drop a Joe Burrow, a Heisman Trophy winner on top of that, marginalizes the talent gap a little bit, especially with what LSU has at receiver. You look at LSU's recruiting classes, Brandon, the last 4 years is what we looked at for those blue chip ratio. And LSU has went second. I believe they've been 7th, they've been 15th, and then they've been 5th. So consistently, they're only getting about 2 or 3 fewer players of those elite blue chip prospects per recruiting cycle. And that's going to make the margin of victory and that talent gap going to shrink a lot in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Athens.
Now, of course, a couple players every year can make all the difference in the world. There were some high-profile wins for LSU. Jacoby Stevens a couple of years ago, a guy that plays a lot for them defensively. Obviously, John Emery Jr., the running back, as part of the 2019 class. And one of the things that's going to be instrumental on the field when these two teams get together in December, the fact that by bringing in Joe Brady to run the offense, some of the recruits that they have been able to collect are actually performing better than they otherwise would, because what a masterful offensive mind that he's been. And when you think about battling LSU in future recruiting classes, given the offensive brand that LSU's established under Brady, that would seem to get much tougher in future years.
Yeah, I just look at that. I don't know how you look at it. I look at it that, yeah, Brady is like, hot gold right now, but he's so talented. He's so good at what he does. Mind you, he's only 30 years old, only making about $450,000 a year on salary. Either LSU's going to up that number a lot, which is what they want to do, or somebody's going to make him their full-fledged head coach or full-fledged offensive coordinator at a big program. I can't see Joe Brady himself impacting a lot of recruiting classes going forward to where Georgia has this ability with a lot of its recruiting anchors like Sam Pittman, Kirby Smart, and Dell McGee going forward, including Dan Lanning and Glenn Schumann.
Of course, that'll be something for Georgia to worry about in the future. For now, in the present, he thinks about LSU, at least its likely opponent coming up in a couple of weeks as we're on the road to Atlanta, presented by Kroger. And as we head towards the SEC championship, we also head towards the holiday season. One of the things that Kroger wants to do for you here this holiday season is give you some of that time back. That means you can get delicious holiday meals for your family without a whole lot of prep time or heating up time for you when you utilize the Kroger Chef. I'm talking about a choice between ham or turkey and all those delicious sides that go along with that. It's a great savings for you. It's just $70, but don't forget, if you want that in time for Thanksgiving, you're going to make your order by November the 25th. So enjoy the holiday season with Kroger. Enjoy the road to Atlanta with us here at Dog Nation, getting ready for Georgia and the SEC championship game coming up in a couple of weeks. We'll talk to you more about that right back here tomorrow.